going to call this one the Home Health Check Call System. It's got a long name. Don't worry. It's a good one. I brought up a little bit of this maybe like 4 or 5 podcasts ago when I was giving you the reasons to reach out to people. And I'm expanding on that. I've expanded on that based on how the calls go when we're reaching out. And this is primarily for people that own a home. Mostly it's going to be your past clients or your sphere that own a home, or here's the other piece, the farm area you're working, right? Or those that own a home that you're calling in a particular area. So go with me on this one. And there is a specific system. I'm going to take you through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, and I'm going to be talking about this idea along with the directory and reaching out to people with value over the rest of this whole year, because I think this is how we connect at a whole different level with people, because it's value driven. It's not what you normally see out there. So let's get right into this one. Welcome everybody. I'm Tristan. Thank you for jumping in on your daily real estate. I try to keep these to about now 10 minutes or less. It used to be 5 minutes, so 10 minutes or less every day. Something pertinent that you can put into action, something that usually gives you a return on the investment, meaning your time and effort, where you can get money. You can get a closed transaction from a buyer or a seller. That's the idea behind everything that I do, whether it's mindset or actually putting it into practice. With that, let's go. Home health check-in call. Here we go. Once a year or 2 times a year. You need to have these touch points with these past clients or sphere or whoever you're going to reach out to. The idea is to place yourself as a homeowner advisor. Think of this as how financial advisors are, right? They're reaching out, they're giving you a call to check in on your finances, to give you news on certain things over here. Hey, did you see this investment? Did you see that? This is how I want you to think of yourself, like a lifelong home advisor. And you know what? I've got the sheet in front of me. I'm going to highlight this area. I'm going to bold it and italicize it, and I'm going to highlight it so that if you request this and I send this over to you, you get to see what this is. The key to this working well, and I want you to start thinking along these lines also, is you want to meet people where they're at. And if they own a home, you've got to understand the number one challenge with us homeowners, and I think most of you own a home, and even if you don't, you're living somewhere, you know what happens. Stuff breaks. But if you own it, you're like, not only does stuff break, but I'm always thinking, what if I fix this or change this or add this? So now you're meeting people where they're at while they're living in their home, because nobody's thinking, hey, unless they're thinking of selling or thinking to test out the market, nobody's thinking, well, I wonder what the real estate market is this morning, right? Those are not usually the things that they're thinking about, right? If something broke, they're thinking, damn it, I need to find somebody good to fix this. Or I've been wanting to paint my house. It's just that room is so nasty. I need somebody to declutter it, paint it, maybe help me redesign it, right? Start thinking like them. That's the whole idea behind this. Number one, I put this prep 15 minutes each day. On Friday, or whatever you want, on Friday for me, open your CRM and filter for purchase anniversaries in the next 2 weeks. Like, who is going to have their anniversary now for it being a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? And it's not going to be the call that you say, hey, Joe, it's your home anniversary. Just calling to say hello. It's none of that. This is just so you know timelines. Things break the longer people live in them, right? Now, scan last year's inspection reports. I would do this if you have these all in one place. We do. We categorize them on Dropbox. And I believe they're also probably on Dotloop. I never thought of that. But they're on Dropbox for us by month and year. So I can go to 2024 and I can check the month of where we August, heading into August. I can check August and be like, oh, got it, July. And then say, who purchased with us? Great, I'm going to call this person, or I'm going to call these 5. Or maybe I go back every August, every year for the last 10 years and say who have purchased in July, right? That's the idea. Then you pull out those contacts and start saying, okay, let's start calling them. Have your handy dandy directory ready. If you don't have one, please at least have some people written down so that you know and you have people that you can refer out, a handyman, a roofer, the electrician, the plumber, those things that people normally need, right? Step 2, make the call. Each call, if you're going to talk to somebody, shouldn't be too long. And you don't necessarily have to call either, if you think about this, because we don't always call everybody on our past client list. If I haven't talked to them for a little bit, yes, I call them, but I also text them. I mostly text because we like to stay in touch. So it's going to be something along the lines of, hey, Joe, I always check around this time for you. If you do want to use the home anniversary one, it could be like, hey, I'm always checking in at your home anniversary, but listen, just making sure your roof is okay, HVAC is good, you don't need an electrician, something like that, right? Or what I like to do, hey, Joe, it's Tristan. Listen, I just came across an amazing electrician. And then depending on if I did come across an electrician or a plumber or a handyman or a gardener, I just came across a great gardener that we referred. So I would think, okay, got it. I have somebody. Now I'm going to text, hey, Joe, I just came across a great gardener that we got as a referral. I sent him out to another client. They loved him. Are you by any chance having any issues with your garden? No. And that's not the point, by the way. The point is now they're going to say, well, I do need an electrician. I do need a plumber. I do need something along those lines, right? So that's how you roll with that one. And then listen first to what they've got to say if it's a phone call. And if they mention any type of problem, make sure you say, oh, you know what? I think I can help you out with that. All right, let's see here. What do we have? Number 3 or step 3, deliver what you promise within an hour. So let's say the conversation ends. They're like, yeah, I do need an electrician. Then make sure to text, email the vendor contact directly. And here's what you're also going to do. You're also going to reach out to that vendor and contact them and say, hey, Larry the plumber, listen, I got one of my past clients, one of my sphere or somebody in my farm area. His name is Joe or Joanne. They're going to reach out to you because blah, 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 right? And then make sure you text the client, hey, I already reached out to Larry the plumber. When you have a chance, reach out to them. They're waiting for you. And just make sure that you loop those things together because now you have some brownie points with Larry. You showed up like you were supposed to with your past client or your sphere or your farm. And now you start building on this because step number 4 is you're going to log and schedule this. Tag the outcome in your CRM. If you're not using a CRM, maybe you're using an Excel sheet. I don't know. But add it there, right? And then put vendor, future move, no needs, whatever happened with this person. If they hint at a remodel or what they're thinking of doing or whatever it is, put it in there. Oh, I did refer them somebody. Here it is, and I'm going to follow up in a week and see how that all went with both. Number 5, reinforce this with a handwritten note. Joe, great talking to you today. Obviously, call me for anything else that you need for your home. I've got great vendor lists. And if you've got a directory, right? I've got a great directory. I included it in here. Put it to your refrigerator. And if you scan on the QR code, you can also get the digital copy of this so you can save it on your computer, right? Boom, easy. Number 6, repeat this annually or twice a year, right? Work through as many past clients as you can yearly and then add your sphere for those people that own a home. I need you to start doing this because this is how you start connecting with people. This is how you actually start getting business. Here's some other conversation prompts you might need. How did last year's minor leak turn out if you haven't reached out to them for a long time? Any plans to finish the basement or add solar or anything along those lines? Rates dipped this month. I'm going to see if a refinance saves you money, right? That approach is more on the lender side, right? Because you don't do it unless you do. But the point is you are reaching out now with value that they don't get anywhere else because you're providing it. You're being that point of contact. And sometimes we get a little bit shy when we become the point of contact, but this is our job. This is what we're supposed to be doing. So please do this and do me a favor. I have a newsletter that's new. It's real estate prospecting. I have the link in the YouTube channel in the description at the top and in the podcast at the top. Please click it, join it once a week. I send out a valuable email that I put together. I write it all out myself, and I talk about in it the things that you should be doing in general and then really specific so that you can save it, practice it, add it to your arsenal of things that you want to do. But it's very pertinent about where the real estate market is headed and the business, type of business you should be doing so you can get more of it. Anyway, with that, I hope you have an awesome day. We'll talk again tomorrow.